all their cash into chasing that Call of Duty money, and you're never going to get it, little bro.
Woo!
You're never going to
Games still won another W. Didn't I tell you guys that Sony just don't have the funds to be able to compete with Microsoft, you know, the 69 million Activision juggernaut? You see, this is what we was trying to tell you, man. How is Sony going to still dish out console after console if they can't even afford to do AAA games without them flopping and failing? But instead, you ponies said, oh, well, you know what? Let's just continue to buy Xbox games on our platform and act like all our other exclusive games don't exist. This is why PlayStation 6 will be Sony's last console, because you people didn't put no respect into the PlayStation games. You instead prefer to support what Microsoft's doing, which is Call of Duty and all the other games that they own. So every time you see a pony talk about how they're buying Xbox games on PlayStation as if it's hurting the Xbox community, all you're really doing is hurting yourself. You people have been Trojan horse into the idea that exclusivity matters when in reality it never did. Let's go.
The heights of Call of Duty.
Woo!
I gotta admit that whenever I saw this stuff, whenever I hear about Call of Duty, like, I know it's big because there's entire streamers that only play it.
I mean, you knew this from the very beginning, man. Stop acting like, oh, I didn't know Call of Duty was the best-selling game in the world. Why are you acting, man? Come on, bro. You coping at its finest.
Let's do esports about it. Like, I understood that COD was big, but I never really understood that it's this big.
Incoming dishes!
Let's do esports about it. Like, I understood that COD was big, but I never really understood that it's this big.
You knew it was that big when Jim Ryan was crying on his knees during the FTC. You knew it was this big, bro. Stop damage controlling, man. You knew the power of this Activision ordeal. That's why when it happened, all you ponies went in an uproar, talking about how Microsoft ruined gaming. It's because stuff like this with these accusations that's hurting the gaming community, even though they're also putting games on PlayStation. So that clearly shows that they're not being anti-consumer about it. But like I said, man, the traditional sense of gaming is over. Gamesta with another W.
It's the biggest game of all time, and it kind of frustrates me that everybody thinks this is what games should be. Remember stories?
Oh, here we go with the old days, bro. Nobody cares, bro. And what's even more funny, I am cut from the same cloth as you too, bro. So I'm telling you right now, I understand everything that you're saying, but you can't expect these new age gamers to have the same satisfactory of what we had when we was growing up playing video games. That's all you people been doing is blinding the community that gaming is still very much how it used to be, when, to be honest with you, it will never go back to the early 90s and 2000s. Gaming is over for anybody that has been gaming for over 30 years, bro. These are things that I've been telling you, man. Now it took you this long to understand that, oh, we got a fundamental problem for the old school gamer. You know, all the IPs that we once grew up that are no longer here anymore in favor for games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto Online. It took you this long to realize, man? To me, that sounds like you've been coping, and I'm happy that we finally got to this moment in time in 2025 to where Dreamcast guy admits every single bit of it. Let's go.
Get stuff that was just tiny and heartfelt and great.
I mean, but those games weren't really tiny at the time when they were being made, though. I mean, they were working within the constraints of the budget, but I do understand where you're coming from.
AAA studios, when you actually get stuff that felt like this interesting think piece or had cool characters or dramatic
Yes,
moments.
but let's not act like the boundaries weren't being pushed. We went from 8-bit to 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit. I mean, that's not the best way to talk about computing graphics. But like I said, just for the console fanboys that don't understand, we went from 2D to 3D architecture. So we did see the advancements in technology. But now you fast forward to 2025 and you guys are seeing less improved games and more seasonal annual titles coming out that are more successful than the true essence of what gaming is. Then you have a problem not just with Xbox, but you should have a problem with the gaming community, because the gaming community is the one out here buying these games. How about you go make a video talking about how Call of Duty's dead, how it destroyed the essence of what real gaming is? That's because that's what you're arguing, what real gaming is all about. Well, like I said, this has been going on since the PS3 and 360, so I really don't understand as to why you're that late to the party.
And you'd get them back to back to back. And I feel like that idea, that interesting connection to the art itself is becoming vanishingly rare because instead they'd rather chase the concept of copying Fortnite. Now, I did see some people kicking around the idea of, oh, this is why Microsoft bought them, but somehow they're not able to maximize Game Pass. Game Pass kills sales.
We understand as to why a lot of these games don't sell on Xbox, especially if they're being provided through Game Pass Ultimate. So we don't have to keep hearing the same argument. Because you guys act like if you didn't have the same thing and you're paying for PlayStation Plus or whatever premium, that the sales wouldn't be lower for Call of Duty on PlayStation either. There's a reason why people don't have to buy it, because they already have access to the game through their subscription service. It's a pretty simple concept to understand.
Oh, I kept seeing people link this like, oh, Phil Spencer bought this. Phil Spencer is going to try and find a way to make everything into Call of Duty or make...
Now, I do get that most Nintendo gamers are nostalgic, but if you told Nintendo gamers that for $20 a month you get access to all Nintendo Switch's catalog, I guarantee the Switch sales would also be lower too. Oh, I can play the new Mario game just being on the Nintendo online subscription service for $20, let's just say $20 a month? I think the sales would decline too, wouldn't you think? I think people wouldn't choose to buy the game if it's already offered through a service that they're paying for already, don't you think?
Call of Duty hold up every other Xbox game. I guess I can't even really think about this as a console war thing. I feel like this is an industry war thing.
Woo! Game still want another W. Who told you this, man? Who told y'all this, bro? I said it was a live service and subscription war, which is actually true. That's why Microsoft is going about these acquisitions the way they're doing. But like I said, it's an industry problem. It really is. And Microsoft made sure that they have single-handedly saved themselves for the next 30 years while Sony doesn't have anything. Because let's be honest, if you want to look at it from in regards of an application, what looks more appealing? PlayStation Premium with exclusives on it, or Xbox with all their games being provided, the biggest games known to man through Game Pass Ultimate? You tell me, as a PC gamer, what would you rather have? PlayStation Premium that has access to all the exclusive games that they have, or Game Pass Ultimate where you have access to these games for $20 a month? Xbox Game Pass is obviously better in that regard.
Like, I saw this post over in the...
But we get tokens for movie. Oh, there we go. PlayStation gamers talking about movies. There you go. Sony's still using the movie crutch to get you guys to still play on PlayStation.
And rumors Reddit, and actually love this a lot, where someone said, okay, let's actually consider that. Like, this amount of money is brain-breaking. Like, consider something that's been going on for years
and years. But I thought Xbox was going broke, though.
Years. I love this. This guy refers to it a black hole games. Stuff like Fortnite, Final Fantasy XIV, GTA Online.
Games still with another W. Who told you that these are the games that companies are focusing on because they're making that concurrent money, bro? I'm telling you, bro, I am winning all over this video, and we knew this moment was gonna come, so that's why I kept doing it, bro. You see, I've been staying strong on my opinions in this gaming community, and I find it so funny that all the people that said otherwise are starting to change their tune because of what GameStar has been spewing in this community. Let's go.
Some good ones. Overwatch or World of Warcraft, which obviously are both
merchandise coming up. GameStar with another W, man. I'm gonna start selling GameStar with another W t-shirts, bro. If y'all be willing enough to buy them. You know what I'm saying? GameStar with another W.
Which are also part of the Activision Blizzard umbrella. Those games also probably cost billions and billions and billions of dollars to not just make, but to upkeep.
I've been telling people so much truth in this community that even when you go decide to get your dollar bills and currencies around the world, it's going to say GameStar, we trust. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I told you guys, it hurts for you guys to be wrong. You know, I probably took a lot out of him for him to make this video to finally admit that he was wrong all along, but he's not going to do that.
Keep employed, to come out with expansions, to come out with more seasonal content. I am now in a spot where I am frustrated that so much of the industry thinks that this should be the standard. I feel like so many of these executives...
Well, with how expensive gaming is becoming, it has to. And this is what we was trying to tell you. Oh, but Sony, they can rely on single player game. They can do stuff like how they did in 1998. I told you that's not gonna work now. Why do you think all the companies are expanding past that notion, man? Come on, man.
Big wigs, these people that, let's face it, don't play games and don't care.
Oh, see? You know what's funny? I've actually talked to people like this. So now you want to sit there and throw out the hardcore gamer card. Because that's essentially what you're doing. You're putting these gamers down saying that they don't play games. But you know what's funny? You sit there and you denounce them, but guess what? They actually support their Call of Duties. They support their Fortnite. They support their Grand Theft Auto Online. They don't sit there and complain about, oh, this is woke, and that. No, they support their games, bruh. As much as we want to call these dudes casuals, which in all honesty they are, but they support their games. Don't get mad because either your audience has died off, they're too old, they in diapers 60, 70 years old, and they no longer exist no more. Don't get mad. You are a product of your time frame, and that's perfectly fine. But remember and understand that gaming will never go back to catering to you no more. It is what it is. It's done. Or should I say, dead.
About them, I feel like these people just think, okay, how can we make the next GTA? Instead of thinking of it the other way around. How can I make a game that's great, that connects with people, that makes people want
to... It doesn't matter. What do you want to talk... Bro, as much as I think Astrobot is overrated, and I do have the game, mind you, that as good as that game was, that game won Game of the Year, right? Like I said, if you want to sit there and be like this, but only 1.5 million people bought it. So we can't use this argument and say, well, if these companies make good games, people will buy them. People will gravitate towards them. Well, Astrobot, which happened to be Game of the Year, and ain't nobody bought it. So what argument do you have now? So now we are full circle with what Phil Spencer said in Kind of Funny Games interview in regards to it doesn't matter what we make. You're not going to get these people to go out there and try these games. Microsoft was fully aware of this. Now you ponies are starting to say, oh, you know what? There might have been some truth to that. But no, you wanted to be a pony and say, it's because Microsoft can't compete with us. It had nothing to do with you, bruh. It had nothing to do with you. And now you're starting to realize that for yourself.
By the console, which makes people want to go to the playground and talk to their friends about it.
Oh my God, bro. Go to the bro. You think these kids go to the playground, bro? They on their phones, man. Bro, kids don't even go to the park no more, man. What are you talking about, bro? You talking like how things were 20, 30 years ago when we was on VHS and DVD players, when the hardest thing was an MP3. You know? Bro, those days is over, man. Come on, bruh.
Gonna make a game that actually connects with the audience, that makes them want to cry.
I mean, we out here talking about how the dollar menu at McDonald's used to really be a dollar menu. Like, what do you,
Makes them want to buy shirts with it on stuff. Nobody cares about that anymore. It is
Woo! Just... GameStar with another W, man. We finally have changed this, man. Let me hear that again.
How can I make a game that actually...
This is music to my ears, man.
Connects with the audience, that makes them want to cry, that makes
I'm out here doing the Hulk Hogan with the ear. I'm doing the Hulk Hogan. Make sure y'all do the Hulk Hogan with the ear right before he about to say it. Right? Gotta hit the left ear, and then you gotta do it with the right one. You say, I got it right now, Dreamcast guy. What did you just say?
Buy shirts with it on stuff.
I got the Hulk Hogan ear right now.
Nobody cares about that anymore.
Woo! Let's hear it again. I gotta do the left one. Hulk Hogan. You know, you got to do it like this.
That actually
Hulk
connects
Hogan
with the audience, that makes them want to cry, that makes them want to buy shirts with it on stuff. Nobody cares about that anymore.
Woo!
It is just, how can I cram it full of microtransactions?
GameStar with another W.
More than anything else, when I look at these numbers, what really hits me is Ubisoft. We've been talking about this, but I definitely think that Ubisoft is probably going to die this year.
No, they're not going to die. They're probably more likely going to be bought out by somebody.
I mean, I feel like there's a 99% chance that they're going to get smashed apart, broken up, sold in chunks. And it's weird to think about the reason that happened is because Ubisoft became obsessed with franchises instead of cool stories. Okay, we got to make
they've always done that, though. What do you want to talk about?
Watch Dogs. Now another Watch Dogs. Now we have to have For Honor Season 25. Now we have to have...
Well, For Honor is actually successful. It's so funny that you're saying that, oh, it's because Ubisoft want to do all these Watch Dogs and all these... No. We know those games was failures. It's so funny you say that. Assassin's Creed is one of Ubisoft's, somewhat annual release, right? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Doing somewhat successfully. For Honor, like you said, on its 20th season. Would there be a 20th season for a game that wasn't successful? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. No, they wouldn't. And you also, let's bring up Rainbow Six Siege. Another game that is also supported annually. Ding, 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 ding. You got this one wrong again. Go, bro, this is like Maury, bro. Run backstage. You are not the gamer, bro. You're done. Bro, you got the wrong one, man.
Just Dance 2028. And they became so locked into this idea of annualizing, of monetizing, they forgot to just give us a good character to care about, like Ezio, like Desmond.
Oh, yeah, because that's what it's all about, guys. It's about them caring about us. They never cared about you, you big old dummy. Look at that. You can tell he's heard about this. Let it all out. Let it go right out before us.
Monetizing,
let's hear it.
They forgot to just give us a good character to care about, like Ezio, like Desmond.
Oh, he's hurt.
I feel like gaming really has to find a way to reset.
So essentially you're saying you want a gaming crash.
Make stuff feel classic.
See? Why did I tell you I was playing my classic games, bro? Like I said, I've had people in my own comment section saying I've just went back to the old days, bro. You'll be a happier person, bro. And the funny thing is, you're not happy. Those 40 people playing Call of Duty and playing Grand Theft Auto, they happy, bro. So you can sit there and talk about how terrible, how bad their games are, but they're happy. That's why they're still here. While you sitting here crying in the ditch talking about how gaming used to be to me, how it used to be important, and I loved it. And I get it. Y'all like games, so why are you going so hard on this notion? Ain't you old school? I am. But I've already accepted the reality. It's about time you fake wannabe fanboys start accepting things for what they are. No matter how much you cry or complain or say your Xbox has died, it's going to change anything. That's why I just advocate for people just playing a game and just having fun.
Feel hard to feel like we matter.
Oh, we gotta feel like we matter, guys. It's because these companies don't care about us and they want to make money. These companies don't care about us. They ain't cared about you for the past 20 years, buddy. And you out here crying. They ain't been caring about y'all since the PS3 and 360s. The console war is over, and I'm happy to see it. Now the casuals, they can carry the torch, let it burn from underneath their feet. And you know what? I don't care because I already have what my enjoyment and entertainment is my classic games. I'm not going to expect these casuals to understand how much fun my games are.
Not acting like the industry is going to implode tomorrow, but it does feel like this pivot to making everything purely about the profit instead of about the fun, about the cool, about the engagement.
Well, what do you mean? Those casuals are having fun. Those casuals are engaging those games. That's why they have seasonal updates, and that's why they continue to support them. You're just mad because you're left out. You're like that kid that feels bad. Everybody's doing something, and he want to do something else. You just are upset because you feel left out. That's all it is. Bruh, I've already got past these feelings, man. And if you people ain't got past that notion yet, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. But like I said, GameStop with another W.
I feel like this is bad. And I'm not sure if
it's bad for you. It's bad for you. That's what I said. It's going to be good for these guys because they don't mind it, but it's bad for you. There you go, dinosaur. It's about time you lay in your hole and go extinct.
Ever going to get fixed. But These have just been some off the
Well,
cuff.
out here built like fossils, man. I mean, that's why you're getting your teeth fixed, man. I've been saying, I'm sorry, man, for all these dinosaurs out here, guys, out here hating on the new age of gaming. It is what it is. This happens in every single entertainment and media that gets popular. This is why people say, oh, Gamester, you're a gatekeeper. Well, I guess if you still had me gatekeeping, maybe things like this wouldn't happen. But since you casuals wanted these casuals on board because you wanted to make gaming bigger than what it was, well, guess what? The gatekeeping job is over. The casuals have run through. The casuals are all in, and now you mad because they changing everything. Bruh, even God don't even make it that easy to go to heaven, bruh. Like, you people are ridiculous, man. There's a reason why there's a gate there in the first place. But hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, Gamester with another W. We out here winning because that's all we do. And that's what we do best. Take care, people. Have a good one.